Today, we're witnessing a serious attempt by China to undermine the Islamic faith and identity of its Muslim citizens, with a specific focus on the Uyghur Muslims in the Xinjiang region. But the question remains, can China truly erase Islam from their lives and hearts? To answer that question, let's look at the measures China is using to combat Islam. 1. Re-education camps. Since 2017, China has established large re-education camps in Xinjiang, which are effectively prisons where thousands of Uyghur Muslims are detained without trial and subjected to intensive efforts to strip them of their religious beliefs and cultural heritage. The purpose of these camps is to force them to abandon Islam and adopt values that align with communist ideologies and Chinese governmental perspectives. In these camps, detainees are forced to learn Mandarin, memorize communist slogans, and undergo psychological pressure to abandon Islam. Practices include forced self-criticism, where detainees are made to confess so-called mistakes publicly, subjecting them to severe emotional and mental stress. 2. High-tech surveillance and constant monitoring. China utilizes advanced surveillance systems, including facial recognition cameras and smartphone monitoring applications, to track and monitor Muslims. Authorities require Muslims to install apps that monitor their phones, flagging any religious content or activity as potential threats. Any display of religious behavior, like praying or reading the Quran, is strictly reported and punished. Number 3. Ban on worship and religious symbols. Prayers, even in private, are restricted. Fasting during Ramadan is discouraged, and Muslims are often coerced into eating in public to show they're not observing the fast. Wearing traditional Islamic attire, like hijabs or long beards, is banned, and authorities heavily monitor such appearances. No. 4. Educational interference. School curricula are modified to diminish Islamic content, promoting Chinese culture and communist ideologies instead. Islamic history and cultural studies are removed, attempting to cut future generations from their heritage. Children are often separated from their families and sent to boarding schools, where they're raised on loyalty to the Chinese government and adherence to Chinese cultural norms. No. 5. Destruction of Islamic sites. Mosques, Islamic schools, shrines, and cemeteries with centuries-old significance have been systematically destroyed, erasing landmarks that tie Uyghur Muslims to their history and identity. This destruction aims to sever the religious and cultural connections Muslims have to their past. No. 6. Economic targeting. Muslims are targeted by policies that hinder their economic stability. Job restrictions and biases in employment prevent many Uyghurs from accessing financial resources or social advancement. But despite the severe oppression, the question lingers, will China succeed? Can any force truly strip faith from a Muslim's heart? History has shown time and again that the answer is no. Islam remains deeply rooted in the hearts of believers, and no amount of force has ever truly eradicated it. In fact, such attempts often only strengthen the resolve and faith of Muslims. Despite the severe challenges facing Muslims in China and worldwide, history shows that true faith shines brightest in the face of adversity. These difficult trials often encourage a stronger unity and deeper bonds among Muslims globally, whether through humanitarian support or international awareness efforts. Deep faith, resilience, and a commitment to principles are the keys that help Muslims endure and overcome such hardships. Prayer, adherence to religious teachings, and embracing the values of patience and perseverance only strengthen their resolve. Additionally, the solidarity shown by Muslim communities and international pressure can bring greater global attention to these humanitarian issues, possibly leading to changes or improvements in treatment. Through steadfastness, global unity, and faith, Muslims can find strength and ultimately overcome such hardships. Watch this video and share your thoughts. Can any power erase Islam from the hearts of the faithful?